I want to say good morning to everybody and thank you for coming. My name is Bill Sorrell. I'm the pod manager today. And this is Erica Jensen, and she's the assistant pod manager.
Right now?
So this is called a point of dispensing. That sort of pod is sort of the overall name of it. And the idea is that we're practicing dispensing antibiotics or anything else if there were to be a real emergency where we might need to do that for a lot of people.
My name is Josh, and I'm with the Contra Costa Developmental Disabilities Council. And can we have all of our community coaches raise your hand? Everybody that'll be doing community coaching today. So today, our coaches are our lifeblood, and thank you guys for being here. Along with our participants, we're really instilling the message of, community standards that we have and live by in the DD world. So thank you guys for being here again. And we have a wonderful set of advocates and self-advocates here. I introduced myself. Can we go around and introduce our other folks? All right.
Constantino. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Heidi Spalding.
Good morning. My name is Heidi Spalding. And I guess we'll pause right now for anyone that was in the webinar. We kind of explained this before we go any further. Obviously, my name is not Heidi Spalding. I just introduced myself as Josh Sullivan, right? But in our world, some folks who have difficulty communicating and it's really being understood by the recipient of the message that's being communicated, have what are called echoes. So at the point where I switch roles and I'm echoing for Heidi, I'm not Josh anymore. Don't look at, we actually, in the community, we take precautions not to be the focus of attention. Most of the time, we'll turn our backs to the people that are being talked to. It's not disrespect, it's just how we roll, almost literally, right? All right. So, Miss Kim? Okay. So, Kim is pointing to her throat today, which means that the level of spasticity that she has is preventing her from speaking, and that does change on a day-to-day basis. So what we're doing now is interpretive communication, and Kim will probably give me a strong, solid gut punch if I don't do her justice, but this is Kim Williams. She's a amazing advocate and a board member of the Contra Costa Developmental Disabilities Council. And she was a rock star in the videos, and she put up with me getting into her stuff. So thank you, Kim. And I will, if you guys will handle.
Hi, I'm Nicole Boslog from the Contra Costa DD Council. And thank you for being here today. I'm Heather Hackett with Futures Explored, Regional Director of Contra Costa and East County Programs. Thank you.
Hi, and I'm Carol McCrary from Contra Costa ARC, which is not the American Red Cross. It's advocacy, respect, and commitment, and we operate the facility here at the George Miller Center, as well as others throughout Contra Costa and Alameda County.
Okay. So you guys okay if we go into communication? Everybody knows how we're gonna do this? Okay. So a long time ago in the world doing direct support, I realized that we do something really magical. We can speak a different language, and it's a language that we can teach you in probably 3 minutes or less. I mean, what kind of elevator pitch is that, Okay. Hey Dan, I could teach you a brand new language in 3 minutes or less, and I guess now Carol's timing me. So really what the essence is if you have communication difficulties, there's this process of expression called binary communication. And binary, of course, means one or the other, two choices, up, down, left, right, black, white, and in this case, yes, no. Think of it, sometimes you have to fish a little bit and really adjust the way you're thinking to ask the right question. But ultimately, you can get to almost any information with just a string of yes-no questions. So that's actually how we've adapted the algorithm and the tools that we've developed, is to really focus in on no matter what a person's individualized communication style is, you can get to the point that you need to get and the positive outcome in an emergency situation by answering simple yes or no questions. So that's half of the equation. The other half is now actually recognizing how the person says yes or no. Because if you're asking the question and you're not able to receive the message, probably not going to have the best of outcomes in that. So our advocates today are going to model several different ways of communicating that you'll probably witness throughout the day and experience firsthand. So do you want to explain how before, or no, I know you drew the short straw, right? So Carl is representing folks who are nonverbal. He does not have the ability to speak. He's simulating this, of course. Oftentimes he talks my ear off, but for this, he is a person who is nonverbal. So in an interaction, if whether it's the screening algorithm or anything else, I would start by, "Hey, Carl, I'm Josh." I might not even know you're Carl. So, "Hey, I'm Josh. Are you able to verbally communicate?" Okay, so Carl is looking down. And in nonverbal eye-gaze communication, in any language across this great world, down is no and up is yes. So, Carl, can you show me how to say yes, how you say yes, okay? Can you show me how you say no? Okay, so if I were to ask Carl how his weekend was last week, that would probably be pretty hard to answer with a yes or no, right? Or, what do you want to be when, 10 years from now when we both grow up? That's going to be hard to get to. But if I ask, "So Carl, did you enjoy your weekend?" Okay, Carl gave me a very obvious yes. So it's just a way of thinking and processing that's a little bit different, because you actually have to tailor your thought process to have that end point of a yes or no. So next we have Miss Heidi, and then we'll have Carol and Heather do Kim and Nicole. So Heidi, you're representing folks that can verbally communicate but may need an echo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's yes. So this will be a little bit weird. Carol, can I have you echo so I'm not talking and then echoing for Heidi? Okay. So, oh gosh.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. How? So I'm Josh.
I'm Heidi.
I'm Heidi.
Okay. And well, Heidi, can I ask you how you say yes and no?
Yes, I will do it.
I verbalize yes.
Okay. Okay, so can you tell me if you're allergic to ciprofloxacin or any other floxacin drug?
No, I am not.
No, I am not.
Okay. Well, thank you. So again,
You're welcome.
I didn't hear what you said.
So again, even if I really need to rely on Carol or whoever Heidi's companion, family member, or staff are to get to be able to receive Heidi's message, I'm still directly engaging with Heidi. It's very similar for folks who use adaptive and augmentative communication devices, so computers that act as their voice. You don't want to look over and look at the screen. That's what's going on upstairs, not what's coming out of a person's mouth. So I will let Carol and Heather handle Miss Kim and Nicole.
Okay, so, sorry, I'm gonna have my back to you. Hi, my name is Heather. Can you show me how you communicate yes and no? Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. Is that right? So for those of you that didn't see, Kim's doing thumbs up and thumbs down. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions today? So she gave me the thumbs up. Let's see. I was going to do that. For those of you that saw the webinar, Kim, are you pregnant? She's giving me the thumbs up. Kim, can you tell me your age? That is yes or no. How old are you, Kim?
So I'm as old as my gums and a little older than my teeth.
Nice answer.
So in that case, I was Kim's staff, and I only interacted when we deviated from that binary communication. And again, I'm not, being disrespectful just in our community, it's oftentimes we'll take a knee and put our back to the person to talk to, because it's a little bit harder to talk to the back of my head than it is Kim's face, you know, so that's just kind of how we do it. What a lovely face that is too. All right, and then Miss B.
Okay, so Nicole is going to demonstrate a style of communication that is using, she's going to be pointing, and so we'll use icons, either pictures or letters, to help a person demonstrate.
So on every screening table, there is a, oh, I'm being told grab the mic. All right, so on every screening table, there is a yes, no that's facing the person being screened, and a letter board. So if you have to fish, sometimes it's easier to find the first letter of a word if you can't understand and a person is unsupported. But we do have a lot of folks that can actually spell out, and we'll give you answers.
Good morning. My name is Carol, and you are? N I C K O L E. Nicole, right. So again, we're not going for speed. We're taking all the time we need to communicate with someone. Are you allergic to, I don't know what the antibiotics are. Are you allergic to doxycycline? No. Okay. So again, it'll take time, but her answers are absolutely reliable and accurate. Thank you, Nicole.
So I would say let's wrap it up with explaining what these are.
Okay.
So we'll wrap up our section by explaining what these fancy pants cards are that Miss Carol has graciously provided everyone. So everyone
you got one.
should
We're gonna do-
receive one of these, and it's basically the takeaways and tips from the webinar and the in-person presentations that we did. So we wanted to really quickly go over a few of them.
Right. And there's cards on every screening table. There's 4 cards on every screening table. And we have extras for others that are not screening. And if you'd like to take away a card, we have them. So tips for interacting with people with disabilities: always introduce yourself.
To get a level.
It's always a good idea to get eye level. And with that, as a screener or a screening dispensing assistant, it's really, really important that you figure out how a person says yes or no if we're going to be asking some yes or no questions. So before you even delve into the tool itself, establish that, how the person communicates.
Speak directly to the person. Don't touch wheelchair. You want me to go ahead? Okay. Kim's given me the go-ahead to read on her behalf. Avoid assumptions, including gender, age, sexual orientation, etc.
Actually, we can then ask to speak to the companion.
Ask the person to repeat themselves up to 3 times, and then ask permission to speak to their companion if you're still having a hard time understanding.
And we call that one Nicole's rule officially at this point. All right, and then, again, avoid assumptions. Start every interaction from the point of equality. Regardless of how a person looks or how I'm able to engage with them at first, it's very important that I begin that interaction with the mindset of this person is my equal. You know, they are an adult in the world, regardless of how they may choose to live, they are my equal. And that's going to set that framework for a positive interaction.
Use age-appropriate language.
How appropriate for Carl being from the videos. Use age-appropriate language. Today in the training we're about to do, everyone that is going to be coming through is an adult. Let's make sure we treat everyone like an adult.
Oh, same topic. Treat each person, whether they have a disability or not, treat them all the same. Polite, pleasant, happy. We're going to have a happy day. I just wanted to add on the back of this are some considerations when you're interacting with people with autism. And actually with anyone. You can tell that Kim here, if I may be so bold, has a hard time making eye contact because she's physically unable to turn her head directly to you. Some people with autism don't look at you directly, but they're listening and comprehending what you're saying. They may show signs of stress. Some people use rocking or hand waving or twirling as a sign of stress. They may be stressed by noise, by crowds, and we certainly have all of that here. So we've set up a sensory station over there so that if they don't want to come in the tent or showing signs of stress, they can go over to a separate screening area which has walls and is quieter, and there's only one station. Some folks with autism may repeat what you say, or they may repeat a phrase over and over. And they may understand better through visual pictures. So you have at your station a booklet of laminated questions with universal pictures included on that you can use as an aid in communicating. Anybody have anything else to add? Any questions in the audience? Okay, I think our part is done. Yes?
So you mentioned the binary communication, yes or no. Is there a universal way of showing I don't know?
That's a good question. So the question was, in binary communication, there's a universal way of saying yes or no. And the question was, is there a universal way for saying I don't know? So, not deviating for binary, I would normally say I don't know, but no, in reality though, you can actually get to I don't know by saying, Amy, do you know? No. Okay, so that by default, you've now pigeonholed that interaction into I either know or I don't know. All right, that's a great question.
There's one over there.
We have one more question.
You speak of these and we know all today ways could be an adult, but what if you don't know whether or not it's a child or an adult? What would be the proper way to ask without actually offending someone? Because you do want to give them the right medication for the appropriate.
So Christina, that's a perfect question. So the question was, we mentioned today that we want everyone, it's important to interact on an age-appropriate level, and sometimes it can be hard to tell where a person is based on their age. So Christina's question was, is there a way to ask that? And in today's exercise and other similar algorithms that would be employed in this, it's actually directly asked. Are you under 18? Are you less than 18? Are you less than 9 years old? That question right there will be answered. But in regards to the approach, I personally just start from equality, regardless of age, gender, anything. So, yeah. All right, so with that, I think we're giving the mic back over to Mr. Bill Sorrell.
All right, and with that, I think we break up into our small groups, and then when they're done with that, we'll go to our assigned sites. Thank you very much for being here. Hopefully you have a great time.